This video is brought to you by HockeyMonkey.com, your one-stop shop for the best prices on all the latest and greatest hockey gear. Be sure to use coupon code HR4U7 at checkout to receive 7% off any order.
Hey guys, Josh from HockeyReviewsForYou.com, bringing you my review of the Bauer Supreme TotalOne NXG shoulder pads. These are the top-end shoulder pads on offer from Bauer in the Supreme line. They retail for $150 US, which is a little bit pricey, but the quality in fit as well as in protection is definitely top-notch. So with that being said, let's get right into the review. First off, let's talk about the overall fit and feel of the Supreme TotalOne NXG shoulder pads. Now, this is of course part of the Supreme line from Bauer, which is designed to provide a more anatomical, close to the body fit. And you definitely get that sensation from these shoulder pads. But with that being said, I don't think these are restrictive whatsoever, and they also don't feel tight on your body, which is what you might expect from that type of description. I would describe the fit as close to your body, but at the same time, non-restrictive and very natural feeling, which I guess is kind of the goal of an anatomically fitted piece of equipment. And like I said, I really enjoyed wearing these. They're extremely comfortable. From brand new, I really didn't find that break-in time was required. They're well segmented on the front plate as well as on the back plate. So because of that, they kind of form to and contour to your body very, very nicely. But again, they don't have a tight, restrictive feel or anything like that, which can be an issue with a lot of the tighter fitting equipment out there. Now, as far as design goes, it's pretty straightforward. You have your front plate, you have your back plate, you have your straps that go around your kidneys. It's a wide elasticated strap and you have plenty of Velcro area. So getting a nice, tight, secure fit is not an issue here. You can even wear them a little bit more loose if you do prefer that. Another point of adjustability that I found to be particularly unique here is that you can actually adjust the height of the shoulder caps themselves, which is not only great when it comes to protection, but also good when it comes to how these shoulder pads are going to fit and how they're going to feel on your body. Everybody is shaped a little bit differently. If you prefer to have your shoulder caps a little bit higher up, you can do that. If you prefer to have them sit a little bit lower, you can also have that option, which I thought was particularly unique about the NXG shoulder pads. As far as your bicep guards go, it's a two-piece design and it's fully adjustable. So again, you can make the bicep guard sit a little bit higher or a little bit lower depending on your preference. And I also really like the sleeve fit design they have here at the end of the bicep guard. Basically, you do have an elastic strap still, but you also get this kind of sleeve piece, which really does a good job of securing the bicep guard on your arm, and it makes everything feel non-restrictive. It fits close to your arm, but you don't have any of that restrictiveness when you move your shoulders and your arms in general, which is again a really nice feature of this particular shoulder pad. Other than that, comfort-wise, you do have a full Thermomax liner on the inside, which is very, very soft. It's a mesh-like material. It seems to breathe pretty well. I didn't find myself getting hot or anything like that while wearing these shoulder pads. And like I said, for the most part, it's a very, very comfortable pair of shoulder pads from brand new. No break-in time required whatsoever. When it comes to protection, you're getting a lot of Bauer-specific technologies implemented into the TotalOne NXG shoulder pads. Now, first things first, let's talk about the pour-on used on this particular shoulder pad. You're going to find one very small pour-on insert right here in the sternum area on the inside of the shoulder pads themselves. Now, this small little pour-on insert is designed to provide some extra impact protection should you get hit square in the chest. Honestly, something that doesn't happen all that often to myself, so I didn't find this particular piece of pour-on to be very useful for me personally, but for the most part it will serve its purpose should you get hit pretty hard square in the chest. Pour-on is a proven foam as far as absorbing impact very, very efficiently, and I did like that they used it on this particular shoulder pad. With that being said, I thought it would have been extremely nice to see pour-on used somewhere in the inside on the collarbone area, or basically right where the shoulder pads sit on your shoulders. Not only would you get that impact protection when making checks and stuff like that, but it would also be extremely comfortable, and hopefully we can see that from Bauer on future models of their shoulder pads, perhaps the next TotalOne evolution, if you will. Now, as far as other Bauer-specific technologies you're going to find on here, of course, vent armor is a common theme. You can see there's a little bit of vent armor here mid-body on the front of the guard. You're going to find your vent armor material on your kidney/rib protection going around the sides and back of the shoulder pads, as you guys can see. Small segments, so it contours to your body very, very nicely. And then, of course, the shoulder caps themselves are also made from vent armor, And according to Bauer, they've made some pretty hefty claims on this particular shoulder cap. They are saying that it is 25% more protective than their previous TotalOne shoulder pads due to the introduction of vent armor material. Now, as far as I can tell, the vent armor is over top of a standard plastic cap, but I can't be 100% sure on that. There really aren't any tech specs that would tell me otherwise, but from what I can tell, there is actually a plastic cap under the vent armor, and the vent armor itself is already very, very solid. For those of you that have never seen this in person, essentially it's a very, very dense, ranging on high density foam with basically these little perforations throughout. So it's an armor type of feel, but of course it's fully ventilated because of all the holes throughout it. But again, very, very high quality. I would say the shoulder caps themselves are about medium in size. They're not particularly small, so just keep that in mind. But again, you do have full adjustability of the caps themselves, so you can make them sit a little bit higher, a little bit lower, again, helping to maximize overall protection. As far as the front of the shoulder pads themselves, of course, you are going to have your high-density foams, or medium-density foams, I would say, with your small plastic caps over top, and then a backing material of a perforated mesh, a perforated foam, sorry, that is a little bit softer, but pretty good coverage on the front. And then on the back, again, you also have a medium density foam with your plastic caps over top, providing really good spinal coverage, even going across the back. So for the most part, you're pretty solidly covered on the front and back of the shoulder pads themselves. Moving on to the little kind of collarbone area, you're going to get what they call arch protection, which again is a medium density to high density foam with a small little plastic cap on the inside. You have that on both sides. Very common injury area that shouldn't be too much of a problem with the TotalOne NXG shoulder pads because of this extra reinforcement. You're also going to find your bicep guard, which is again 2 pieces. It's a medium density foam with a very large plastic cap on both pieces. So again, you're going to get very, very good protection, and because it is fully adjustable, you can cover up most of your arm, or if you prefer to have it tucked in a little bit more, you have that option as well. So in terms of overall protection, not only is there a ton of it with this particular shoulder pad with all of the Bauer specific unique features, but also because it does have that nice contouring anatomical fit, you're getting maximum protection on all areas of your body at all times. Alright guys, that's it for my review of the Bauer Supreme TotalOne NXG shoulder pads. To me, this is the most protective pair of pads that I've personally ever worn. Not only do they offer a really high quality fit that is secure but non-restrictive, they also have plenty of Bauer specific protective elements that truly do feel like they're working for you. And since the fit of the shoulder pad is so good, you really do feel like you have maximum protection at all times, no matter which way that you move your body. So are they worth that full $150 retail price? In my opinion, they are. If you're really serious about having protective equipment, this is definitely a really good shoulder pad to consider. But if you don't necessarily want to pay that $150 retail, you can find the buy it now link down below in the description of this video, along with the exclusive HR4U7 coupon code, allowing you to pick these up below that retail price, which is honestly a little bit steep, but in my opinion, well worth the money. So if you guys have any questions at all regarding this particular shoulder pad, feel free to leave me a comment down below. I definitely will get an answer out to you. And if you have any suggestions for other pieces of equipment that you guys would like to see, whether it be sticks, gloves, skates, another piece of protective equipment, leave your comment down below. I'm always interested in hearing your suggestions. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for more reviews on all the latest and greatest hockey gear. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.